You probably think power comes from strength, right? This story will completely change your mind. Today, we're diving into a tale that isn't just about good deeds, but about a quiet revolution that starts with a single human heart. This isn't just a story, it's a mirror reflecting the incredible power we all hold, a power that often gets overlooked in our busy, sometimes cynical world. Stick around, because by the end, you'll see why a simple act of kindness can move mountains. Our story takes us to the forgotten side of the city, a place known as Greybrook. It wasn't gray because of pollution, but because hope seemed to have leached out of everything. Buildings were crumbling, paint peeled like old skin, and the small park in the center was nothing but a patch of dirt and broken swings. People here lived with their heads down, eyes fixed on the cracked pavements, each person an island in a sea of concrete. Laughter was rare, trust even rarer. Amidst this gloom lived an old woman named Ilara. Her face was a map of wrinkles, each line a story, but her eyes held a spark that hadn't faded. Ilara wasn't rich, she wasn't famous, she wasn't even particularly strong. What Ilara had in abundance was kindness. Every morning, rain or shine, she would walk to the neglected park. Not to complain, not to reminisce, but to do something truly remarkable. She started to clean it. First, it was just picking up litter. Then, she brought a small trowel and a packet of wildflower seeds. People watched her, confused, sometimes mocking. "What's the point, Ilara?" they'd shout. "It'll just get ruined again." Ilara would just smile, a quiet, gentle smile, and keep digging. She didn't preach, she didn't demand, she just acted. She planted sunflowers along the broken fence, believing that even a sliver of yellow could push back against the gray. She repaired a broken bench with wood she found and tools borrowed from a surprised neighbor. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, things began to shift. A young boy known for tagging walls stopped by the park one afternoon. He watched Ilara carefully water her small, struggling seedlings. He didn't say anything, but the next day, a small, hand-painted sign appeared near the sunflowers. "Please be gentle." Ilara found it, and a warmth spread through her chest. This was the problem of Greybrook. People felt unseen, unheard, unvalued. Ilara's kindness wasn't just about flowers. It was about acknowledging existence, about saying, "I see you, and you are worth beauty." The real turning point came during a harsh winter. A sudden, bitter cold snap hit Greybrook, and many families struggled to heat their homes. Ilara, with her meager pension, couldn't buy firewood for everyone. But she could knit. Hour after hour, her needles clicked, turning balls of yarn into warm scarves and mittens. She didn't ask for thanks. She simply left them, tied with a simple ribbon, on door handles of homes she knew were struggling. One evening, a young mother, Maria, found a thick, colorful scarf on her door. Her son, Matteo, had been shivering constantly. Maria knew instantly it was Ilara. The next day, Maria, despite her own struggles, baked Ilara a small loaf of bread, leaving it on her porch. It wasn't much, but it was everything. This small act of reciprocity, born from gratitude and inspired by Ilara's unwavering kindness, was contagious. Soon, other neighbors started helping each other. When a pipe burst in old Mr. Henderson's apartment, three young men, who usually kept to themselves, showed up with tools, remembering how Ilara had once helped them fix a flat tire. The neglected park, now dotted with Ilara's brave flowers, became a meeting place, a symbol. People started to sit on the mended bench. Children, initially hesitant, began to play near the blooming sunflowers, careful not to trample them. Ilara's silent, persistent kindness had chipped away at the walls people had built around themselves. It wasn't a grand speech or a huge donation. It was the consistent, unwavering belief in the good in others, even when they didn't see it themselves. Her actions weren't about fixing every problem, but about showing that care existed, that beauty was possible, and that connection was worth pursuing. She proved that even in the bleakest places, a single seed of kindness, nurtured with patience, could transform a landscape, not just physically, but deep within the hearts of its people. Greybrook started to live up to its name less and less, becoming a mosaic of color, thanks to the quiet power of one woman's kind heart. This story, like so many real-life examples, shows us that kindness isn't just about being nice. It's an active, powerful force that builds bridges where walls once stood. It disarms fear, fosters trust, and inspires action in ways that no amount of money or authority ever could. It's the invisible glue that holds communities together and the spark that ignites change. If this story touched your heart, you won't want to miss our next video popping up on your screen right now.